Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Keeping It 100. How y'all doing tonight?
Man,
Good,
you
and
know, I'm doing
you?
all right. I can't complain.
You see this grin on my face, right?
What is
Right?
that grin about?
Well, first, we want to say happy birthday to Courtney. Your birthday was
Thank
what day?
you.
What day was your birthday?
It was this past Friday, September the 6th.
September the 6th.
Yep.
Okay,
Courtney, of
okay.
course, is a fellow Virgo.
Yes.
Courtney,
Uh-oh.
what'd you do for your birthday?
So I spent time with my family and friends.
Uh-huh.
Ended it on a good note, just celebrating. I was born on my grandmother's birthday, who's no longer
Oh,
with me. So it's always very sentimental. And I realized today that September is a very special month because the
Okay.
27th of this month, I will be celebrating 1 year of Keep It Connected podcast
There you
show.
go. I remember. I remember.
So I'm very excited for this month, not only my
congrats.
birthday, but just a lot of like things that came to fruition on this month. So I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
yeah.
That's all right.
Well,
Yes.
I am grinning because our show ends at 11.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour after
Mm-hmm.
is my birthday.
Oh, happy
Oh,
early birthday.
I did not know that. Okay.
I
All
knew we
right.
clicked for
So
some reason, Ursula.
exactly, Courtney. Look, and I tell people, I've been telling people all day, they like, well, it's Friday the 13th. Let me tell you something. Anything that happens on 9/13 is gonna be a good day.
I know
Oh
that's
Lord.
This
right.
ain't got
Oh
nothing
Lord.
on Ursula Banks. You understand
March
what I'm
the
saying?
13th.
I
Oh
am.
wow.
And it's like and the thing about it is, it ain't like I'm turning like a milestone I'll be 54,
Okay.
but it's like I'm just happy,
That's
and I don't want
good.
to say I don't know why, but I'm overly
Any year
happy
is a
grinning.
blessing.
It
Yeah,
is.
You know what I'm
It
any
saying?
year
is.
is a blessing. So
So
take
I
it
was
with
like,
a take it with gratitude that you're going in
yes,
happy. Because a lot of people, they just got a lot going on. They can't even help celebrate themselves. So that's a blessing.
exactly. And they're
Yeah.
like, well, you got something big planned? No, I have dinner planned with my parents, my
Okay.
sister. I think James will be there, the kids will be there.
Okay.
Whoever comes up to Raleigh, that we're gonna go out to eat. And other than my daughter's performing tomorrow night at the black tie event. She's dancing. And we
Okay.
have church on Sunday. So it's like nothing special
But
for
it's
the
special.
weekend, but it's
But it
special.
is special. Right.
Like
I
Yeah,
get it.
we'll
I'm
have to
just good.
celebrate
And
together.
I have to work tomorrow,
Okay.
and it's like I don't even care. You
Right.
know, I was gonna take the day off. I'm like, why? I ain't gonna take the day off. I'm gonna have a good day anyway. It don't
There
matter.
you
Right.
go. There you go. Sometimes you don't have to take the day off. You just like, look, I'm a day older, but I'm gonna be smiling, enjoying myself, having a good
Long as
Exactly.
time.
I'm here.
And let me tell you something. Everybody, I'm not a fan of my job. I do it. I
Hmm.
try to do it well. I'm looking
Right.
forward to retirement, but it's like some days you just got that. You just happy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh
Right.
And
I
I've
get it.
been grinning and I've been skinning and grinning since September came in here.
yeah. Well, we will have to celebrate soon, Ursula. I did
Yes,
not know you
yes,
was a Virgo.
yes, ma'am. And then
We're gonna have to
I
figure
was in
out
a
something.
good mood
Yeah,
all
I have
day.
to make my way up there.
Yeah, look, well, I'm on my way. I'm gonna be making my way down there so we can go down. We can celebrate down there too. But
Okay.
I was minding my own business. My daughter called me, and something I didn't know. I'm a very big Fast and Furious fan,
Okay.
and so there's been many celebrities that's passed away that I was big fans of, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But Paul Walker from the Fast and the Furious,
Oh yeah.
Right.
literally, that's the only celebrity that I have ever shed a tear over, ever.
I
Like
get
Mm.
it. I get it.
and my daughter called me today. She's like, "Mom, do you know that Paul Walker's birthday is today, September the 12th?" And I was like, I didn't know it. I kind of think
Right.
I knew it, but I just maybe forgot about it.
Right.
I,
Mhm.
Right.
was I said, I know it was the reason why come we just, me and him just had that thing.
Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go with the
I'm
nonsense.
I'm happy. It's like the year's almost over. Christmas time is coming,
Mhm.
and it's so many people that's left here. I had a
Right.
cousin who passed away.
Right.
Rest in peace, Curtis Ray. His funeral is going to be Saturday, and it's like I'm still here.
Right. Right.
And if that ain't nothing to smile about, I don't know what to smile about.
Well, look, there's so much going on from the economy, money, gas, food. So when you get a birthday, you know you got to enjoy it.
Oh
you got to enjoy it.
And I've never been a materialistic person,
right?
So I'm a lot of things. Don't you know? My best time of day is if our birthday is me just hanging with my mom and my dad and my sister and my kids. You know, if my inner circle is still together, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
I get it. I get it.
But yeah, I'm just happy. So
that's
all
good.
those Virgos out there, you know, we feel y'all. We understand. Everybody hates on us. We're the epitome of almost perfect. You know, we can't help it.
In your mindset, I see. What's the character for a Virgo? What is that? Just a V?
Huh?
Is it just a V or upside down V or something like a 10? What's the symbol for a Virgo?
It's supposed to be it's technically like the Virgin, but it's like is it a mermaid?
Yeah, it goes over and like crosses twice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so somebody was just scribbling something when they did the Virgos. Okay, all right, I got it.
Don't do that.
Listen,
Don't do
not
that.
doing this tonight.
But I'm excited for the show.
Remember that.
Oh, wait a minute. This is gonna be 2-1 now. I need where my fellas at. Normally it's the other way around.
Right.
Normally it's the other way around.
Tonight. Shout out to
All
Maurice.
the nonsense.
But,
I got you.
but look, let me tell you, I think tonight's show is gonna be fun. It's gonna be, you know, one for the books, because I got a lot to say this week. I got a lot to say.
Oh Lord, when did you not have a lot to say? You got something to say about everything.
But we got, of course, we have the Curtis Joyner, we have Sister Cantaloupe, we have Tanya Lewis. They have a comedy show. They're touring right now, correct?
I'm not quite sure. I think they are going to be putting something together.
Okay, so we have them on the show at the beginning of the show. After we have their interview, we are going to talk about the debate that happened on Tuesday night. I can't wait to get into that. Yeah.
We're going to have to put a timer on that, Ursula.
Exactly. And shout out to, what's her name? Shout out to, it's her, Felice Pete.
Okay.
Is going to be on the show. Houston, she wants to do Monday in the studio.
Okay.
But I told her I had to talk with you first.
Right. We might try to do Tuesday, but we'll see. Okay.
She is a Republican, and we were going to decipher the debate one-on-one.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to that.
Lord have mercy.
You know, I'm a person who believe in facts, and I don't like to beat around the bush, answer a question, and you know, it's okay to give your opinion after that, but if it ain't based in fact, then we're gonna have a problem.
Don't get back to the corner. She's gonna be throwing facts at you like you're playing spades now.
No.
You got a handful. You got a handful of hearts. She got all the spades over there.
No. I'm coming. I'm coming with, like Kamala did. I'm coming with guns loaded.
I hear you. That's a whole nother subject too.
We're
gonna talk about that.
I will say this. The one thing that I think is very important, which a lot of it get lost in politics, is it's okay to have your difference of opinion.
Oh yeah.
Don't insult me. I'm not going to insult you.
Right.
You know,
I get it.
You know, if we can if you're giving me facts and I'm giving you facts, we can agree to disagree. Okay.
Right.
That's all I say. You know, you keep it.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm about saying that because everybody's gonna talk about this is a fact and this is a fact, but both of them can't be the same thing now. Somebody's gonna have to be.
And that's the thing. When you what do they say, Courtney? If you're talking about facts, you got receipts.
True.
Yeah, I got.
So I'm not gonna say anything that is not backed up with some kind of data, some kind of numbers, and some kind of policy.
I got you. Well, let me find out. Let me ask you this. We might just try to bring our guests on. I think our guests may be ready. Curtis,
ready.
Do you want to wait a few minutes for a couple more people to show up on your end? Are you good to go? You know, just give me the head nod and let me know.
Who, me?
Nope, I was talking to Curtis in the background.
Okay.
Just nod your head, or you want to wait.
Okay. All right. You want to wait? I guess you want the other people to join.
Oh, go ahead and go.
Okay.
Go ahead and go. All right. So, Ursula, like you say, you were doing the introductions and the whole nine a little bit. So let us know who we have coming up.
All right. We have Curtis Joyner. We have Sister Cantaloupe, if she's there. And we have Tanya Lewis.
Comedian Tanya Lewis. And we have someone else as well. Hold on here. I like this. Hello, everybody.
Jeffrey.
How you doing?
Doing wonderful. Wonderful. Everybody introduce
Guess
yourself.
what? Guess what?
Uh-oh.
I'm a Virgo.
I can't stand
On the
them.
25th. I was in the back. I was like, oh, wait till I go on.
That's what I'm talking
On the
about.
25th.
Right.
I celebrated.
What did I say, Miss
I
Lewis?
started off for y'all. I started off for y'all.
Miss Lewis, what did I say? I said the Virgos are the closest thing to perfection you gonna get.
Thank you. That's right. God
Well,
knew
with
you
all
was
that
going
said,
to
folks,
me.
with all that
I
said,
bet.
folks, a great show tonight and good night. Okay.
You know what?
I beg the difference.
You know what?
What side are you, Miss Trina?
Your birthday close to New Year's.
And
She don't-
I'm Trina, and I'm Sister Cantaloupe. That's my real name is Trina.
There you go.
So I am Sister Cantaloupe. I'm a Capricorn, baby. I'm a Capricorn
Oh,
all day,
Lord.
all long. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Split
I'm married
personality.
to
This is
one of
minded.
those.
Huh?
I was married to one of those.
No. A man Capricorn and a lady Capricorn are two different things,
Not
just
the
like the
same.
Virgo.
I agree on that
one. Yes,
She's trying to
they
say
are very
one's a
different.
Capricorn and one's a corn toast. So what you? I mean, that's
Corn towels, yes, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Because I was married to a Virgo too. In fact, his birthday's Sunday.
okay.
So it is a difference.
It's
You
hard
should
to
say,
tell.
I try to forget.
All of my sisters are Virgos, but two.
See,
Like
look at God.
I couldn't even. I can't get around them. Yeah,
See?
oh,
So
wow.
three
your
sisters
house,
is Virgos, and two
your
ones
house
are
was always clean. Everybody was always right.
lies.
Everybody had everything in place at all times. Perfect.
Nope.
household.
Nope,
what's
that's
wrong with
only you.
He said the rest of us messy.
The rest of you messy. Yes.
Trust me. No, look. I ain't even gonna lie. Look, that ain't me. Sometimes yes, and most times no. So I'm gonna take that back. But you guys,
He over there coughing.
we want to thank you for coming on the show. And real quick, if you can introduce yourselves and tell us something about each one of y'all, just kind of give us a introduction of who you are and what you do.
Mr. Joyner first.
Okay.
Me?
Yep.
First of all, I said Mr. Joyner go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is your thing. Let me say
Yes.
that. First of all. Curtis Joyner is the man.
But I'll go ahead and go first, though, since they say, okay. Trina's the boss.
Everybody tell me that. I'm a Capricorn. I'm just business.
So my name is Curtis Joyner. I'm from Greenville, North Carolina, and then I'm the owner, operator, along with my business partner Rob Acott of Life Changer Production. So we're a production company. We provide audio services. We provide video services. We provide photography. We just provide pretty much anything in the production industry to try to make sure that everybody that we're connected to or can come in contact with receives a quality and not basically on receiving the financial end of it, but we just try to make sure that we give a good quality product at a reasonable cost for everybody that we come in contact with.
Okay. Excellent. See, I'm gonna tell you what I like what he said. He said we do a great service, but we charge now. There's a cost. There's a cost. We understand. Everybody
We the boss.
now.
You put it out there. I'm gonna give you quality, but there's a quantitative value to it. I mean, a monetary value to it also.
Not a problem.
I totally understand.
All right.
Miss Lewis.
Hello, my name's Tanya Lewis, and I am a comedian that's on the show. And I'm from Virginia, but I live in Maryland. And I'm happy to be here. I got to hold on to my dog now because they eating dogs now. So I gotta
Oh,
hold my
see, there
dog.
you go. Hey, you wrong. You wrong. You wrong. Where the facts, Trump? And where the facts at?
Ah. Oh,
That is too much.
are you done? You
I'm
through,
done.
Tanya? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm Trina Jeffrey, aka Sister Cantaloupe. They call me the Queen of Gospel Comedy. I've been doing comedy for over 30 years. As the character Sister Cantaloupe, I've been acting for at least 20 of those 30. And I I'm based out of Dallas, but I am now in Los Angeles, California, doing some commercials, and I'm here for pilot season for a
Okay.
couple of things that's going on here. So I need prayers. It's not like I'm bragging. I'm bragging for prayers.
There
So
you go.
people can pray for me while I'm here, because there's a lot of things going on here. We had a earthquake this morning. It was a 5 point something. I don't know what it was, but you know what? I slept straight through it. It was like a roller coaster for me. I was just like, "Woo, thank you, Jesus," and I went on back to sleep. So because we have tornadoes in Dallas, so the earthquake was nothing. I felt like I was just on a moving, walking trampoline. So anyway, other than that, I do comedy. Like I said, I've been doing Sister Cantaloupe for a while, and I also do stand up as Trina. And for the event for Curtis, I am hosting and letting everybody else do the heavy lifting, like Tanya Lewis, who is amazing. She's underselling herself. She's an amazing comedian, and my sister. And then for my brother, this is his first time ever doing a comedy show. He's done quite a few. What do you call what's the other shows you do?
Gospel show, gospel comedy. Concerts.
Quartet. Yeah,
Yeah.
quartet. She's done choirs, but this is his first comedy show. So, as me being the oldest on this whole panel, even so, that's why he calls me the boss, because I make sure that he understands what comedians do and how. Yeah, and what needs to be done for comedians and for national comedians. Because Tanya, myself, and we're national comedians, and that's a difference than just a local comedian.
Gotcha.
They require different things, so they pay by the hour. We get paid for our day. So that's it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
now, Curtis,
Yes,
tell us a little bit about this play. What can I know you got different people in it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the comedy show it's 7 years ago. I did a comedy event, the Comedy Cafe, the Christian Comedy Cafe, where we had different artists come and sing, and we had different comedians such as Tara Sharp, Les Long, and a couple more comedians that come by to showcase their gifts, their talents, what they do for a living. And we just allowed everybody to come in. They came and ate. They came and listened to the band play. They came and listened to the comedians. And we just had a good time. So I just like to provide an atmosphere to where outside of church,
Right.
you got a place to come to and just relax, relate, release, and enjoy the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's the date
I
of
told
this?
you it was wonderful.
I know he got it all together. He said,
He got it together. Yeah. This is a young man that's not playing with y'all. So y'all may need to come out, check this whole thing out. This Comedy Cafe.
No doubt. That's why we wanted you guys on, so we can find out a little bit about the comedy show. And
yes,
is it just stand-up comedy, or is it going to be like a play? What do you got? What do you got?
No, this time is just strictly stand-up comedy.
Okay.
From the start to the finish, we're going straight comedy. This go around.
Okay. That definitely works.
There's a pre-show for up and coming comedians, and then there's the main show for the the ones that have already been doing comedy for a while. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so I know it looks like a play. The bill looks like a play, but we don't play with you when we get on that stage. You're gonna listen. Put you some poly grips on your teeth. Try to unzip that girdle. Take that bra off and put on a sports bra because glue your hair down. Tanya gonna make y'all just scream. She screams herself. What I love about Tanya is that when she tell a joke, you know it's funny because she laughs at it.
Yeah.
She is
She ain't even holding
amazing.
herself.
Yeah. So she making her own stuff laugh. She don't even care if y'all having fun or not. She is having fun on stage.
That's
and
what
I do the same thing. I do comedy. Love it. I will be doing both. You'll see me as Trina, and you'll see me a little bit as Sister Cantaloupe. So I'll be doing a dual role there. And I'm only doing this for Curtis. I never do this for everybody. So don't everybody ask me.
Where it says she's like, let me nip that in the bud right now before you start
Right. For y'all because y'all have to pay for 2 people because it's 2 people here.
There you go. I ain't mad at you. Now let me ask you. I call you Sister Cantaloupe. How'd you even get started doing comedy? I mean, what got you started?
Oh, so the 2 ladies in the back, like their ears got big. They was like, "What? How she start?"
I was gonna ask
you see them lean in. I love it. I know I'm just messing with you. They so beautiful. Listen, I started back in before any of y'all was probably born. I was at my church in Dallas, Texas. I know by you being a radio personality, you know Douglas Miller. He was out in North Carolina for a while too, Safe in His Arms and all that right there. So I was at that church and I sung in the choir. No, I cannot sing. Shut up, Tanya. So at that church, I started out doing skits, just sketches, just little skits, kind of like David Chappelle, just skits and sketches. And so they kept calling me funny. So one day, my pastor of that church, Elder Frederick, again, he asked me to come to the Founders Day banquet. And then there was a DJ like yourself, sir, was happened to be at the banquet. So my pastor said, I want you to do something you've never done before and I've never seen. My favorite comedian actress was Carol Burnett.
Yes.
And so I loved her. Oh my God. And I loved I loved Benny Hill. Benny Hill. You know, the sitcom where he pat the man on the head. That man. Yeah. So I would look at all the British stuff. And so while I was there, he said, do something you've never done before. I don't want to know that I've seen it. So I had to write another different script. And I wrote about this old lady going to the hospital, visiting the sick, making them feel worse than they did. So when I got up to do my stuff, I wrote down all these names: Sister Television, Sister Talk Too Much, Sister Tell a Lot, just every name I could think of. And so when they brought me up, I was like, okay. And they had already eaten it. It was a buffet. They eaten everything on the buffet but the fruit. And the fruit that was left was the cantaloupe. So in my skit, because I used to talk to myself, I didn't even need y'all, as you can see now. I would ask questions that you automatically know the answer to, like, what's my name? Oh, my name, So I said, my name, Sister Cantaloupe, from the church, because it was a bunch of cantaloupes just laying everywhere, but nobody had eaten them because they don't, eating the fried chicken. So, so the DJ there said, I love what you're doing. I want you to come to my musical. And in Dallas, a musical was like being on Star Search. So I went to his musical. He said, we have our very first Christian comedian. I was like, wow, really? So glad I'm here to see her. He said, Trina Jeffrey. I said, what? And he brought me on stage. And I did my bit. And back then, because these babies right here won't even know nothing about this. Back then, you had to write your name on a piece of paper and tear it off to people because they wanted you to come to that church. You may remember, sir, Curtis, he's too young too. But I had to write my name on a piece of paper, and it was my home phone. So I wasn't even there to answer it. So, but I got a lot of requests to come out and do the character. So then I went on I'm trying to make it short. I went on the Bobby Jones show, and I didn't even know how to do stand-up. Tanya came out the gate doing stand-up. I only knew how to do skits. So Dr. Bobby Jones said, I have a 30-minute show and you doing 40 minutes. He said, I need you to go home and figure this out. Learn how to do stand-up. He said, I love what you're doing, but I can't play this on the air. And I happened to be on the outside of the curtain, so they couldn't even close the curtain on me when I first went to Dr. Bobby Jones' show. I cried. I was like, oh my God, I messed up. He'll never want me again. He called me when I got home to make sure I was okay. And he said, I definitely want you back, but I want you back as a stand-up comedian. And so I went home. I got, what's his name? Bill Cosby. I got Whoopi Goldberg. I got all they tapes, and I started watching them how they take the character and tell about the character and not become the character. So
Gotcha.
that's how I started doing my stand-up. And he brought me back. And when he brought me back, he played me everywhere. And that's how I became known for the character Sister Cantaloupe.
Wow.
And then people started
Wow.
booking me all over the world.
That's
Wow.
awesome. That's a great story.
Thank
That's
you.
so
Great
I was
story.
the only thing I had missed was some popcorn. I'm sitting into my
It's been a journey. I had from that I got 5 DVDs and CDs. Well, at the time it was videos. Baby girls in the back don't know nothing about that either. I had videos and cassettes, and it came out in
You must be
1996.
talking about the other ones because I'm 54. I mean, I'll be 54 tomorrow, so I know all about that.
Tomorrow. Yeah, I love how they go. I will be 50. Listen, I'm 62, so there you go. Oh yeah, you know.
Don't do that. We probably the same element. We look the same elementary school, so you know we from kindergarten to 8th grade. So don't do that.
I got you.
You to the apples. It's okay.
Well,
But
excellent.
that's it. Go ahead, Tanya. You talk now.
Tanya, tell me a little bit about you there.
How I got started?
Yeah, just a
Well,
little
my
bit.
story is different than hers.
That's all good.
Honey, I tell people God tricked me into doing comedy because this is not the plan I had for myself. So I'm a pastor kid. So I
Gotcha.
got tired of going to church. So I was at a backslidden state for 14 years. And when I went back to church, I guess God said, "We gonna get her now." Well, she ain't got no choice but to come to church.
There
So
you go.
he called me to do Christian comedy.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God. So I was looking at a Craigslist advertisement and it said showcase your Christian talent. And it's like when I tell you like God was sitting on my lap, telling me you're a Christian comedian. And I'm like, I'm trying to be a Christian, talking about being a Christian comedian. And I said, oh, you got me lying to people. And I went ahead and I responded. I was like, I'm a Christian comedian. I ain't never told no jokes like in front of I did, but like I ain't know
Just
I
was
was like
right.
a comedian and didn't even know it. But everybody was like, you was funny. And I was like, I'm just being me, whatever. And so I responded back and the lady said, oh, I want you to come to my event. And I'm looking at the email. I said, hold up, this looks familiar. And I was like, do you go to such and such church? Why she went to my church? I said, oh my God. At this point, I'm like, this is so embarrassing. Oh my God, I'm gonna get up here and make a fool of myself. So the day of the event, all my friends that told me I need to do comedy, all of them all of a sudden they couldn't make it. Some of they ain't had plans. I was like, y'all done got me into this. And so I get to the event, and when I tell you, I walked through the door and I saw Christian comedian Tanya Lewis on the stage in lights. I said, look like I done made it, right? When I tell you I put my hand on the door to leave, I was gonna leave and tell them my car broke down. I was like, I'm done. I said, there ain't no way I can do this. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. Honey. So the lady tapped me on the shoulder. She said, I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say. And I said, me either, because I have no idea. And finally, I get up on the stage. All my friends, they happen to be sitting in the audience. I was like, oh my God, they really came out here. When I tell you, I got up on stage, I said, look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I ain't never done this. But God told me I'm going to bring laughter to the kingdom. So I don't know if I'm going to be tickling people or what I'm doing. But I know he called me to do this. And it's like I had a Bluetooth phone with God. He was telling me this and that to say. And I got a standing ovation. And I was like, whew. I thought I'd never do. I said I'd never do this again. I finally like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. And I'm sitting there, like, I was amused. I was like, I'm funny. People laughing. So I get off the stage, right? And this lady came up to me. She said, "Man, you were good. I want to pay you $500 to do a show." I said, "You want to give me what? $500? That was a lot of money." Because I was temp jobbing, single parent, and all this. And I said, $500. I was like, sign me up. So get to her event. And here I go. I'm so nervous. I was like, I cannot believe I did this. Like, what is wrong with me? Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just getting up here. I ain't know what I was saying the first time, but I'm going to get up here and do it again, right? I made it through that. I said, whoo. I said, oh, this ain't bad. Somebody's like, I'm going to book you. I was like, what? So every time I was like, I ain't doing it no more. They was like, I'm going to book you. I done had a schedule now. I'm like, oh, shucks, hold on now. Why I went on Facebook, saw right for Mr. Brown page from Tyler Perry, Meet the Brown.
Right.
I said, I'm going to sign up and do it. why they end up picking me. I took over the page. It was like the kids were like, I'm hungry. I was like, I'm over here writing jokes. I'm sitting here, I ain't even write jokes, but I'm over here making this page funny. And I neglected everything. You couldn't tell me I ain't made it. I was famous at this point, right? Ain't done but 2 shows. Ain't done but 2 shows. And God was like, come off the page. And I was like, are you serious? I done got a taste of fame and you want me to come off the page? And when I tell you I was disobedient, I was like, I'm famous now. I done struggled and now I done got a taste of the good life and I done made $1,000. God, you be all right. Look, he done sent the stranger. What did God tell you to do? I knew what it was. I said, you know what? God hating on me. I'm back in church now and I ain't got no choice but to do church. But when I found it, when I was obedient, when I say God opened the doors up, 13 years I've been doing comedy and most of it I've been doing full time. And now I just did the Stellars in July. I got comedian of the year. I'm doing the presidential gala. I'm in amazement myself. Like,
that's all right. That's
I can't believe it. Like God picked me like of all the people. Cause life be life and like some real stuff be going on. Then I wanted a sexy name as a comedian. I wanted to be Chocolate Drop. He done gave me Anointed to Laugh. I was like, this ain't funny. What am I anointed to laugh? Who gonna laugh at this? But then as I started going out, I was like, man, he gave me Anointed to Laugh because no matter like what happens in life, like as soon as you hit the stage, it's like he takes over. So I ain't crying no more. I ain't feeling sad no more. Nothing else matters. It's just me and God. And it's like I don't write jokes. I actually get up there and I improv. So I tell people all the time, God tricked me. Like if I don't have a relationship with him, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna be funny because it ain't nobody but him. I'm sitting here like I don't even know what I'm saying tomorrow, but I'm not worried about it because I've been doing it long enough to know that. As long as I talk to him, he gonna tell me what to say.
What to do. That's right.
Yeah. So it's like I'm a pastor. I feel like a pastor.
Can you put the flyer back up so we can see it again?
Sure. Oh, you want to see my face? That's me over there in the black. Look at that. You see me in the black. Looking like a thick Whitney Houston
girl. That's me on top. That's me on top right there.
I have
that's both of her up there.
Oh, I see. It just she got both her pictures up there. So
and then we got Nikita B, who is absolutely hilarious as well.
Yeah.
Okay, she was just here in Greenville a couple weeks ago.
Curtis,
yeah, Nikita.
Curtis, what made you pick the ones that you picked to be on this show?
What made me pick the ones on the show?
Yeah, not that we should already know that right by now, just hearing them talk. But what was your reason behind picking those specific people?
Well, actually, to be honest, I had another event that wasn't really going the way it's supposed to have went.
Right.
So, and rather than making myself, in my mind to be a failure, I just went back to what I knew.
Gotcha.
So, and going back to what I knew, I just went back to the Christian Comedy Cafe. So in doing so, I made a post. I came across a site on Facebook for Christian comedians, and I made a post. And Tanya, she inboxed me saying that she would be interested, and she had a couple of people that would probably want me to do it, not knowing the caliber of the comedians that she was connected to. It brought me to meet Sister Cantaloupe. It brought me to meet the other comedians as well. Right. So pretty much the main reason, hey, it just.
See, he was trying to run from God. He was trying to run from God.
Noah. He
was trying to have some old secular sexy stuff.
I know you guys can see the person to my left right here. This is actually you might can't see him.
She got it dark in here.
I know that's right. Look like Shannon Sharp for a minute.
What you say? What you say?
Talk real slow. She said you look like Shannon Sharp over there.
Well, let me tell you something, Skip. Let me tell you, I got Ursula right here.
Don't do that.
All these hips here. Let me tell you, Skip.
So this is
Stephen A. Stephen A.
this is
I
Jay
am
Durrell.
very-
He's a comedian here in Raleigh. Well, actually, up and down
All over
East
the
Coast,
place.
just about everywhere. He's a comedian. We actually met in the military, and
Okay.
back in 93, we've been friends ever since.
63. 63.
Yeah.
Do that because he always talking about I'm older than him.
You will.
No,
By
I
a minute.
got about 3 years. But yeah, he decided to join the conversation tonight because we after we do you guys' interview, you're so welcome to stay. We're gonna be breaking down the debate from Tuesday night, and I know
It's your birthday, right?
yes, tomorrow.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
And he happened to be over there popping up.
I'm
No.
Nah.
I didn't even
Don't make me
know
pull my belt out on you, sir. Go ahead.
Look, he was gonna be a secret, and then she said, "Hold on a minute, come on over here."
Hold on.
Then all of a sudden, he came on to
we
the
shot
show.
a hand on that shoulder. Go ahead, sir.
We tight now. We tight.
Go ahead, sir.
We go back. Hey.
Okay,
y'all-
what we not gonna do is have a whole bunch of comedians jump on all of us. We don't
Pull out
stand
my
a chance.
flip flop on you, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
She
I'm about to
didn't
say
tell
somebody like
me
that flip
y'all
flop.
was
Don't do
gonna
that.
be up here. She just said
Okay.
we were gonna talk about some stuff. I left the movies. I had to stop by KFC before they closed. They didn't have my chicken wings. I wanted original recipe. All they had was daggone extra crispy. So I'm hungry. So I'm sitting over here. She had everything on mute, and I was sitting here eating my chicken and some of the
Because
crumbs.
you eating the crunchy. You was eating the crunchy instead of the soft one.
Crunchy
I get it.
And she getting all mad because she all
Yeah.
fancy and dressed.
But let me ask you a question, Mr. NC. In why? What is that on your cap?
New York.
What time is it there? What time is it there? Because this is a respectable time for you to be at. I'm just asking. I put my flip flop on.
Hey,
Hey.
I come in anybody's house anytime of the night.
Oh,
I can
Lord.
No, he don't.
I'm not gonna go.
No.
Well, it sound like to me you might get shot at any time of the night.
Hey, Houston, you know
I
what my
love it.
career, you know what my profession used to be.
Now he's ex-cop.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know
Okay.
you know how.
And you got two brothers on here that
Hold
you
on,
know
wait a
put them hands on you.
We are friends, right? We're friends, right?
Okay, all right, cool.
No, they try to come
We
up with an
just messing with you.
understanding.
We just messing with you.
No, let me tell you. So I'm talking about he'll run with that. And before I get off the show tonight, I'll be getting phone calls and text messages like, wait a minute, I didn't know, girl, when you gonna tell me?
No, you ain't got us right. At least you over there with somebody. Look who I'm with.
But see, now I was listening.
I'm with my iPad.
This is what I come home
games while
to.
y'all playing games.
And a dog. You all right? Did you? Look, Tina, how was your day? Oh, it was good.
This is not good. This is not good.
Y'all are a mess. And a half.
Right. I didn't. I'm Mr. Jordan. I didn't catch any of their names or what. And the thing is too small. What is your name at the top, sir?
Houston. My name is Houston Vines.
Okay, Houston Vine, and in the middle,
Courtney Moore.
Courtney. You don't get to speak at all. Bless your heart. And then the one that's got the friend boy next to it, the man child.
She said, "Friend boy, I'm gonna let you get out of that because you're 62 years old." And I respect
The friend boy.
My name is Ursula. This is Keeping It 100, which is we try to keep it 100.
Okay.
Yes, you keep it 100.
You keeping it 100.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Sex or chocolate.
I got another question about this.
Strippers in the building.
Okay.
No. I got a question about this comedy cafe. Are you guys is it like a one-time thing, or you guys gonna start traveling with this depending on how the first event goes?
So we're individual comedians. So me and Tanya, we do shows together. And what it was supposed to be is that I have two tours that I travel with, which is the Queens of Comedy and the First Ladies of Comedy. So a few of them was unable to join us. So now it's just the two of us that are there. The other comedians we don't quite know as of yet, but we will know them on the day of. So this is kind of like a one-off thing. But but if Mr. Joyner wants us to be a part of something that he's doing, we will always be, we'll always come back and be a part of that. But Tanya and myself are on a couple of other tours.
I'm on the same 2 tours that she on. I'm on the same thing. I'm on the Queens and the First Ladies.
Yeah, Queens and First Ladies. So we haven't started the actual tour yet. We were kicking it off, and then some of them got kicked off. I'm just kidding. So, but we were kicking it off. One of them, but now that it's just us two, we're still working on the other the actual.
We like
tour.
the Dream Girls.
Yeah.
This event that's coming.
I cannot.
What's the length of time for that show that day?
Until we finish.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Don't ask me. Yeah, but ask Mr. Jordan. I don't know. It's his cafe. He can keep it open as long as he wants to.
What time it start?
What time you get there?
No, 6:30.
6:30. All right. So we have the pre-show, and then we go. I mean, what you got? Certain time you need to be in there, or
you got somewhere you got to go?
To wait for you.
I'm assuming that Mr. Houston has made some connections. He's gonna keep it connected, Courtney.
Where's this?
And we're gonna be there together.
Yeah. Oh,
wait a minute.
Some footage and
okay.
Yeah, y'all come out there and do some footage.
Normally, I would, but I think I'm going to be out of town that weekend, so we might have you with the camera and doing some.
Okay. Okay. You could do like the red carpet.
Yeah, that's what we normally do.
See?
I do a show
called the green carpet
called Incite-tv.
What color's the carpet in there, Mr. Jordan?
Oh, make sure I do my hair that day. All right, yeah, that'll work.
I'm not. I'm just kidding.
He said his carpet gonna be blue. His carpet gonna be blue.
His carpet is blue, so we're gonna do the blue carpet.
We're gonna
we did that at the Stellars. We did that at the Stellars every time. It was a blue carpet. Come on, we're gonna do the red carpet. It wasn't red carpet in sight.
I've got to say that this was absolutely incredible. I'm glad we got a chance to get you guys on.
Well, thank you.
First of all, the crowd on top, now let's just give them a round of applause, y'all.
Yes.
Without a doubt at all.
I'm telling you, let me put a plug in here for Mr. Jordan, because he seemed like he doesn't know what to do. I'm always in charge. You all get your tickets now. I promise you will not be disappointed. First of all, I'm going to be there, so I'm not going to disappoint you at all, because this is what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. But Tanya Lewis is a gleaner, so whatever happens all day long, probably from this show, you are going to hear it again, because that's what she does. She's an expert at it. The other comedians I cannot vouch for, but since they're on the show, I know they're going to be funny because
I can vouch for her.
Oh, I forgot Nita B. Yes. She's amazing.
And I
forgot about my baby. Yeah, she's amazing. The other ones are going to be amazing. You're going to have a blast. Go get your tickets now, because it's going to be off the chain. If nobody else is going to be funny, I know me, Nita B, and Tanya going to be funny, but the other ones are too. They're going to do their thing. Get it now. And I forgot to tell you, the one with the man on her arms. I know you're going to be talking about the debate. I did before Barack Obama got out of office. I was the last person to get a Lifetime Achievement Award from him.
Come on now.
Really?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh,
guess what?
I was the last thing he signed before he left office.
Well, that's
good.
I go him out of office. And guess what? I'm doing the Biden and Harris one in Atlanta in 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So that might be the last one.
No, Lord.
What if they have to do the Trump one?
I did a
Trump one? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do the Trump one? If they have a Trump one?
Who? The man in the hat? Because I'm not.
Wait.
That's what I was like, because I wanted to book some trips to go out of the country, but I ain't want to go out the country after election day till I know what's going on. I don't want to be stuck over there. But I'm already looking for new places to live, like Japanese. I've been over here practicing Japanese.
I'm just gonna go to Canada. It's right across
That's
the
what a lot of
right
people
across the
say
street.
Canada. Yep, a lot of people say Canada.
Everybody ain't gonna be in Canada like
Everybody
this
said
right
that
here. Just
last time.
Mhm.
Everybody said that last time. They still here. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
ain't going
I'm about,
nowhere.
mhm.
And
I'm
let me
about to
tell you
go
something. I've always said this about Black people, and I mean I don't group people together, and by
Mhm.
race or whatever. But the one thing I know about us, no matter the situation, we always gonna make it through.
You
Hello.
got that right.
With the Lord on our side, baby.
That is
Please.
true. That
But we
is
will
true.
always. We know how to make nothing.
That is true.
I
And
need
you
my
know what?
keyboard now.
Especially doing even in COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
let me tell you, they told me we couldn't find no Lysol. I was like, oh, I'm gonna find this Lysol. Let me tell you, I went on there. I was determined to find it because just because they said I couldn't find it, I posted
That would be
that I
you.
needed some Lysol, and it was a lady in some part of North Carolina. She's like, "Girl, we got the Lysol here, honey." She sent me one can. I said, "Oh, this worked out." I said, "You can give me some more cans since they had it there." Let me tell you, I ended up opening the store, didn't I, Trina? I had a whole
Yes, you
basement full
did.
of stuff that people
But
couldn't even
I
get.
wrote a little sign and stood outside saying I'll do jokes for toilet paper. So that's how I got
Hey, look,
mine.
let me
So
tell you, and I will tell you this during COVID,
it's the toilet paper shortage. Go ahead, baby.
toilet paper in Raleigh was hard to find.
Right.
Everything was.
My sister had a spare room that was stacked to the wall with toilet paper. I don't know
Oh
where
my
she was
God.
finding it from, but she made sure we always had paper.
Yep.
And look, and let me tell you something. I tell people all the time, DIY became a big thing during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was bringing people to their house to fix this, to paint this, to repair this, and YouTube. It got to the point where the wall
What's your
behind
best friend?
me had termites.
Mm-hmm.
We found out accidentally, but when we did, me, my ex, my dad, my kids, my sister, mom, all of us, we took this half of this wall out, replaced the wood. The only place we went was Walmart, not Walmart, Lowe's. We replaced
Mm-hmm.
the wall, painted it. You can't tell it was even taken out. And once I realized I could do things with YouTube, I was tearing carpet off the floor. I was repairing, putting up all kind of stuff. But
What was the man sitting beside you at?
At his house,
I was at my baby mama house.
What about doing under
I
COVID?
got caught up in her house. I couldn't go
I'm
nowhere.
about to tell you to come over here.
Listen, I'm about to tell you, come to California, build me a house.
Right?
Build me a house. I don't have to pay for it.
her where she needed
Y'all need some help.
He didn't do nothing.
You all right, Mr. Joyner? You done called twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about COVID. You started coughing until we talked about COVID. So
And them
I'm
tests
I had to
ain't
wipe
free
my
now.
screen.
And
I had to wipe-
the
hold on.
tests are not free now. They like $10 or $20. I was like, I done paid all this money. It better show something.
I still
Y'all
got a
What?
test from 3 years ago.
Well, I need some free tests because Lord, every time I travel, I'm taking a test. Because like so many people got it.
Yeah.
They like pregnancy tests.
You're still out there.
Yo, it's still
Yeah.
out there.
Oh yeah.
It's still out there.
Right.
They ain't gonna shut the world down.
You wear your mask.
No, I don't wear masks.
I do on the plane. On the plane, I do. But I got makeup on, so I don't know if I'm wear tomorrow. I might just have to.
I know. I travel in the morning too. I'm going to Florida tomorrow. Where you going?
Atlanta, and then I'm going to Raleigh Saturday.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing in Raleigh Saturday?
You might come.
She
Miss
doing
Lewis, what are
comedy.
you doing in Raleigh Saturday?
Now, Wes Morgan and Anita Wilson. At this, it was LOL in the park, but then it's not gonna be at the park now because they said it's gonna rain.
Gotcha. So they
So it's gonna be in a church, Friendship Church. They changed the location, Friendship Baptist Church.
Well, look, I meant to ask this, ladies. How can people find out more about you guys as far as your social?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit. How can people find you?
Well, I'm on comedian Tanya Lewis. Everything else is Anointed to Laugh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm Trina Jeffrey, Jeffrie. You can, and then you can pull me up as Sister Cantaloupe. And on my social media it's Trina Jeffrey though. And then on what's the other one? The Instagram, it's Trina, I think it's _ Jeffrey. And my last name is spelled Jeffrie, and all my pictures are in black and white. So you'll know it's me.
I got you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Well, once
You
again,
have to label it that you don't forget that's you.
that's the truth. That's the truth.
Well, Miss Trina, I've already followed you. Miss Tanya,
Thank you.
I'm trying to find your page.
Yeah, I'm gonna go follow
Yeah,
them
you
too.
still got to pay for it first, and then you can follow.
Ah,
I'm about to come up with that. What's that? OnlyFans.
I was about to say that. I said, is that your OnlyFans page?
I'm about to give me one.
Well, you know what? What's the shame? Some folks are just showing their toes and
Hey,
stuff and making money.
Yeah, these people are
know,
paying
right?
to see anything.
You stupid.
I got a pair of
Somebody
pliers
was
and
like,
a
they
pen. Some
paying
folks think they
people
gonna pay
that
me just
eat.
to see them. Yep.
Yeah, somebody was like, they paying people, they want to see you eat. I said, now I'm trying to lose some weight.
Is
I
your
said, you
picture?
ain't taking paid all the time.
Is it
I tell y'all, her mind is bad.
comedian? Is your comedian Miss Tanya? Is yours with the white
Are you
glass?
looking for Anointed to laugh? And Anointed has one N, and it's the number 2 and laugh.
And then you spell your name differently, not T-O,
Well,
but T-A.
comedian is COMEDIENNE, Tanya Lewis.
okay, I see it.
I'm so difficult. I haven't got
You is too
Well,
much.
Curtis, I am going to make sure that we post the flyer on some pages that I've already got out there.
Yeah, post them everywhere.
And also, there's one called Pitt County Steals and Deals Facebook page.
I see you, Courtney.
That I started a few years back. It's got 40,000 people on it, so we're going to make sure we put this at the top of the banner.
Oh, thank you.
Find out
Yeah.
about this show.
And I got one quick question, Houston.
Yes.
Finally, she talked.
I always like to ask whomever that I'm helping with interviewing, what advice would you give to any up and coming comedians that are, especially ladies? I know they say the comedian world is a predominantly male figure, but a lot of women in the game right now are killing it. So what advice would you give to anyone that's starting out or thinking about stepping out on faith like you ladies did?
You want to go first, Tanya? You want me to go?
I would say do the work, because a lot of people want to tell one joke and be famous the next day. You actually have to do the work. Study somebody. Don't steal their stuff, because people confuse studying and stealing. Be your own person. Don't try to imitate or be nobody else. Just be yourself and bring what you have to the table. Because what you bring to the table, somebody could really use, and you're different, and God created you in that way. So study. Like if you like Bill Cosby, then don't try to do his material, but just study to kind of see.
Gotcha.
Mine is PPP: prep, prepare, and pray. You got to prep first. You got to make sure that this is your calling. This is what you want to do, because this is not an easy road. I've been doing it for 30 years, and everybody think it's just so, oh my God, Sister Caleb, you just doing the doggone thing. They don't know it's a grind. It's a grind. It's a grind. And it's an everyday grind. This baby here didn't get all her shows just by sitting at home waiting on the phone to ring. She's calling people. She called Mr. Curtis Jordan. She's always on the go. And if you want to do this, you gotta prep. You gotta prepare yourself. That's the second piece. Prepare yourself. Prepare your heart for it, because there is a lot of heartbreaking in here. There's a lot of downfalls, but you also pray that God can give you guidance on who to go to, because there's a lot of people out here that's up to no good, and a lot of people bring you in, use your gift, and then won't pay you. So you got to pray and be in discerning that this is a show for me. This is not the show for me. And if God said, if the show cancels, then that's just the door God closed, because he knew what was going to happen behind that door. So you got to always be on with God and saying, God, is this for me? Is this for me? I used to travel. I had managers and record labels and people that traveled with me. And I was so in a bubble. I was in a big bubble that I didn't know, anything. It was almost like being a wife who the husband took care of the household and signed all the checks. And when he passed away, now you're stuck with, I don't know what to do. Right. But I had to pick myself up by my bootstrap and say, Trina, you got to keep going, because everybody is still wanting some Sister Cantaloupe. So I had to start managing myself. And if you don't know how to manage yourself, then find someone that can manage you and that can put you out there, because you want to make sure that you are guarding your gift, your craft, and your body by being a female. Because these men out here, they'll bring you out, they'll do this right here, and then they'll put a key in your hand, or they'll try to get your key. All of this, it's a lot that's going on out here.
Oh
And
wow.
I don't want you to just like she said, tell a joke and think you're famous and think that you got it made. There's too many crab mentalities out here. People trying to push you down so they can get up. People trying to steal your material. Don't and then you can't give up. After I said all that, you still can't give up. If this is something that you truly want to do, you got to persevere. You got to push through the noise, push through the pushback, because everybody gonna push you back. Oh man, wait a minute, I've been out here a long time. What are you doing? How you gonna get out here? But you don't know. Sometimes the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So when my baby here goes out and do her thing, and I call her my baby because she's young. Like I think all y'all are my children. When she go out and do her thing, that means she's representing me, because as being the queen of gospel comedy, starting in '86 and '96, when y'all weren't even thinking about doing anything but your homework. I was out there on my grind making a path. And now these young babies are running through it, and I'm glad the children go, because I'm tired. Go out there, glean and get the harvest and bring it back. But don't forget the ones who helped you also. Your parents, your mom, your dads, your aunties, your uncles. Don't get up there and just forget about everybody else and think it's me and no more. Don't be me, myself, and I. That song. So that's what I tell young people now. If you're gonna do it, write your own stuff. Because then nobody can steal something that's yours. Nobody can tell you about your mama like you can. Nobody can tell about your dad like you can. And always know your material. Know your material before you get on stage. Know what you're gonna say, and then get on there and do what Tanya does. Kill it every time.
And Pastor Trina.
Yeah, most definitely. I've been doing this too long. I've been doing this too long. Wait a minute, that's the wrong key.
You know what PPP? Yeah, you know.
Let me put my key out. Let me get my key. There it is, right there. There you go, right there. Boom,
That
right there.
PPP, I like that. Now that's not the PPP loan. That's the PPP.
Yeah, there's a PPP loan. Yes.
I do have a question before we get ready to I guess enter this in this interview. Mr. Joyner, I know you have this comedy cafe going on. Do you have anything else in the works that you're looking at possibly starting in the Greenville area, or maybe in the Raleigh area, or are you just going to kind of strictly work with this right now?
At the moment, we're looking at getting this going every year, back going. So my main thing is planning out. Again, we're going to make sure it's strategically planned out. I don't know if we're going to try to hit the Raleigh area or not, based upon who we connect with after this. But the main thing is, we're looking at trying to keep it going. So yes, ma'am, I can say yes.
All right.
Gotcha.
Excellent. And ladies, we're going to make sure we get you guys back, because you open the door to something that would be a great talking subject, is some of the shows that you've done, some of the things that you had to go through.
Oh, I got plenty of them. I got plenty of them. I do want to say this before we go about myself and about Tanya, being female comedians. I was the first to do the female warmer for the Stellish, because they never had a female warmer. It's always been Jonathan Slocum, Akatunde, which is my boy, and they had a couple of others that did the warmers, but never a female. And then Tanya was the first, and a Small Fry was the first to actually have a comedy show that was attached to the Stellars, because the Stellars, people were just doing stuff and saying they were a part of the Stellars, but they had no association with the Stellars. But she and Small Fry were the first female to have something attached to the Stellars. And we say that because this is gospel, and Stellars is the main gospel in our, like the Doves and everything else. So that's our award. So I just want to, make sure that y'all understand about female. You asked about the female comedians, that it's hard out here for us. And so we always got to lift each other up. And I was hearing somebody talking about Kamala, because she's a female and stuff. You all, we out here doing it just like the men. We're out here kicking it, doing it hard on our grind, just like the men. We don't get our prop and our proper due. But I want to make sure that we lift each other up, and that we are always putting each other out there in a good light, and not always trying to push each other down. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely.
And
this is Joyner. We appreciate you guys being here on the show. What I'm gonna do is gonna put you behind the scenes if you have to go. If I still see you behind the scenes where we're talking, I'm gonna bring you back up because we're gonna have some interesting subjects. So it's all up to you guys, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you. It was nice meeting all you all. God bless.
Right, all
All
right.
right, you two had.
Miss Tanya.
That was
Hey,
All right.
that was good.
great.
Very
That
good.
was great. Hey,
It worked
look,
out really well.
when I tell you, and when she said small fry, I did share some videos for her because I came across her on YouTube. She's very funny. She is very funny.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That's
she's
all right.
very funny.
Who?
Miss Small Fry.
Oh yeah.
She's
actually
very
did
funny.
I did a show with her before.
Yeah, and
She's funny.
when you can get a person who literally makes you laugh at yourself. Because she was, and I just came across, you know how you just scrolling, and I came across one of her videos, and then all of a sudden, I was Googling, I was like, let me go to YouTube and see if I could find her. So I just started watching a lot of her videos, and she was talking about church.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say she was hitting the nail on the head, because I could see everything she was saying, and I was laughing. I'm like, it's hard. And we were talking about earlier about, Christian comedy or whatever. It's very, very hard to get material. People think it's hard to get material because you only have so many, subjects that you can talk about.
Well, see, that's what we argue. I ain't gonna say we argue about it, but a lot of guys, when they hit me up, they be like, Jay, what? I heard you. I remember seeing you with such and such, and you do your comedy act, your comedy club act. Can you do gospel comedy? I said, how long have you been following me? He said, well, I just heard it. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I can do it all. I said, God gave me the gift to make anybody laugh, make any and everybody laugh. It don't matter to me, last minute changes or whatever. If you come up to me and say, hey, don't talk about this, I don't have to talk about that. If you tell me I don't have to cuss, I don't do a lot of cussing anyway. I'm not a Richard Pryor, even though Richard Pryor is one of my, who I used to love watching and sneaking, listening to my dad's albums back in the day. But I can just, it don't matter. If I was to go to church tomorrow and you'd be like, and it has happened, hey, can you come up here and, funerals, get up there. It's just whatever the situation is, I make it funny. I just do my thing. It's about knowing your surroundings. That's all it is. But one of my questions, somebody asked me, they was like, are you a Christian comic? And I'm like, well, I believe in God. I haven't been to church in a minute, but I believe in God with all my heart and body and soul and all that. I said, now, when I tell jokes, I tell it. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm in a church, if it's a function where it need to be clean, I tell clean jokes. I don't limit myself.
Right. So I get it. Uh-oh. Something happened to your sound over there.
Okay. I was saying, my special I'm shooting in December is called, the title of it is God Know I Cuss. So, you have to be there to find out how much I'm going to cuss.
Right.
So, but yeah, I thought that was cool, the Christian comedians and stuff. But yeah, that's.
Well, I think my dad had asked me. He's like, "Well, we're gonna do an event at the church. See if Jay gonna come." Like, nope. No.
See, and see that's haterism.
No, absolutely
because
not.
She know.
No.
Haven't you seen me do clean comedy?
Yeah, I got the video.
See, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. She know I do it all. So why you gonna look? She don't even want a brother to come to church down there.
Look, I'd be like Steve Harvey when he did what show did he do?
Neighborhood?
No. When he did the gospel.
Awards?
No, he didn't do. It was the
Stella Awards?
What's the
You're talking about Apollo?
No, the event that they do when it's all
The hoodie
Christian,
award.
the who?
You talking about the hoodie awards?
No. The one with all the gospel people. They come together. It's
The hoodie. Was it the hoodie?
the gospel. The
Stella-
Christians.
Some show.
Huh?
I said some show. I know what you're talking about though.
It's I can't think of the name of it, but anyway, he came out and he was like, "Lord, please don't let me cuss," because that's all he does. That's all he does. I be like, "Lord, please don't let Jay cuss in this church."
Steve ain't funny.
He is.
I got you. So what's some of your subjects for tonight, Miss Lady? What
Hey,
you talking about?
Yeah, I want to get into the whole debate thing, and of course, I've been on social media since Tuesday night, all Wednesday, today, and it's the same thing over and over. Republicans saying one thing, Democrats are saying something totally different, and it's just when I was talking about earlier about facts. Okay, we both cannot see the exact same thing. Now we can have our difference of opinions about it, but if I'm asking you facts, there's really no way it could go but straight down the middle. If all of us are sitting there and I'm like, okay, I go outside and it's 85 degrees, you may say, oh, it's 90. She might say, oh, it's 75. We might say, oh, it's 92. The consensus may be different as far as the consensus is it's hot, even though we may think it's different temperatures outside. Mm-hmm. That debate went completely one way.
But see, that's in your opinion.
I'm okay, and we're gonna talk about that.
You talk about Trump and Harris.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, Harris had some help. You see those earrings that she had on?
That's the big talk that's been going on.
Yeah, they were feeding her in her earring. They say that's what they say. I saw the earring, but I was like, you know what?
And the funny part about it,
they gonna talk.
I didn't watch it, so I'm clueless right now.
Right. Well, and here's the thing.
I don't. Earring.
Yeah.
The reason why they brought up that earring is because there are some new earbuds out that are shaped like that exact same thing that she was wearing. But I don't know if that was animated and put on there. I don't know. So I haven't heard more about it, because if it was really, really, really true, the news would have had that out by now.
Exactly.
The news would have had that out. Now, I'm not saying it
but,
wasn't.
But no, wait. But according to Trump, if you see it on TV, it's true.
Well, it depends on the day of the week, because they show something that he did on Trump, that he did, and have it on TV, and he said that's false news.
Yeah.
So, he wants
what we're going to get ready to get into. And I put up a lot of key points as far as the debate was concerned, because
you about to give your hand away. You're supposed to be having this for your interview on Monday.
Oh, I don't have to give my hand away. Because if I got eight books in my hand, it don't matter what he got. I still got 8 books in my hand.
I'll make her read me. Don't let her fool.
I ain't gonna read me.
I'll get her read.
I'm just saying. I mean, we don't have to get into it. We can kind of do like broad about it. But I think the first key moment for me was the handshake. And I'm gonna put this down because I will use this for tomorrow. But and I said, every debate I have ever seen since I've been watching politics
for a long time,
they meet in the middle of the stage and they shake hands.
She walked all the way over there to him,
but he had no intention of shaking her hand.
No, and she even said her name. She said Kamala.
And I think that was, to me, it was like a power move for her. I'm not scared of you. You don't intimidate me. And because he was very closely guarded about, his space, and he did not move out of his space.
But you know what? He does that a lot.
Yeah.
He's always playing that power move. So when he walks up to shake someone's hand, he's always trying to make sure he shakes with a dominance instead of just shaking. That's just something that he's been always has done.
Mm-hmm. But I think she knocked him off his kilter last Tuesday.
I think so. Yeah, I definitely could see that.
Now, you know what? Somebody, of course, they were white, brought up to my attention. They was like, it would have been different if the moderators would have asked her some questions that they haven't already asked her on another interview. So pretty much it was like she already knew the answers to what they was going to ask and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting there, and white folks trip me out. Don't get me wrong. I ain't racist. So I ain't got no ill will towards white people, but it seemed like since she's been announced that she's going to be running for president, they throwing everything at that black woman or that woman of color.
Well,
because even when they talk about her color, oh, she ain't black. She ain't black. Well, okay, Indian black. She's a woman of color. She ain't white.
I think the issue is with Kamala Harris because she's a woman of power. The fact that she has power.
Oh yeah, she got some
to a certain degree, and Trump thought that insulting her was going to get the angry black woman syndrome.
Right.
And she did the total opposite, which he couldn't really. And she laid the groundwork from the very beginning when she said, I'm going to go ahead and tell you tonight is going to be a whole lot of lies, misdirection, and talking about the border the whole night. And that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
To me, it seemed like he was he sounded like he was still debating Joe Biden because he was bringing up Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not let that go, but he keeps saying that it's not fair that he's having to try to win the election with someone new in the middle of the race because they had all these commercials for Joe Biden, and then they had to figure out how to redo it for Kamala.
Okay, well, this is the thing.
I'm gonna step away. You guys keep going though.
Yeah, being a leader of the free world, the problem I have is you don't want to do anything unless you are well prepared in advance. You know, with leading the free world, there are going to be things that come up that you ain't going to be prepared for.
Exactly.
That's why you have a cabinet. That's why you have the whole military. That's why you have all these people that are in these different positions based on whatever happened. You got, the head of the NSA, you got the FBI, you got the CIA, because they're skilled in certain things that you may not be skilled in.
Mm-hmm.
They give you the intel and they bring it back to you, and then you make the decision based on the good of whatever the situation is.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that from the very beginning, nobody knows the questions that are going to be asked. So to say that she knew in advance was false. And they asked her and him the same questions. And the fact that you're talking about, oh, well, she knew the answer, she knew the questions, even, and let's just play, and I hate to say devil's advocate, but let's just say this. Let's just say she knew what the questions were going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's the vice president. Biden is the president.
Correct.
So where she may have known what was going on, Biden is the one that made the decision in the end.
Correct.
Trump was president before Biden. So it doesn't matter what questions they asked as a former president. If they're going to bring up economy, border, healthcare, all the things that they talk about every single election. It never changes. It's always the same topics every single 4 years. How are you not prepared to answer any of them?
And that I can definitely see, but you know who you're working with at the end of the day. So, but yeah. I think it's really been.
You mean as far as what? It's Trump?
What to expect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then too, I just think it took like a major turn when Biden stepped aside, and I think it just did a major turn. Which in a sense we kind of felt it was coming because Biden is older, he's sickly. We knew that really wasn't gonna last.
Right.
But I don't really think that people really thought that she was really gonna get a chance to actually be at presidency. I don't think people really I think people underestimated her. And then when it's time for her to step to the plate and do it, it's like,
Well,
they were shocked at how prepared she actually was.
that part too. Yeah.
right. Now, let me say this, because you know how they say the elephant in the room. There are some people, no matter how smart she is, are not going to vote for her.
Of course not.
Of course.
Because it's not even the fact that she's black. It's just the fact there's a lot of people not going to vote for her because she's a woman.
She's a woman. Oh yeah.
And they like, I'm not going to have the country ran by a woman. I'm not doing it.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
tell you
they-
why.
Go ahead.
I can tell you why they don't want to have a woman. I know you ain't gonna like it. You might kick me out your house if I say it. But women, y'all are emotional. Y'all very emotional. Y'all are very emotional. Y'all mother, y'all nurturing by nature. I mean, y'all nurturing, and okay, that's like your son. Let's say, okay, you the president, and your son, your children is the country. If anything happened to your kids, you gonna lose your daggone mind.
So
And see the thing about it, you have to have when you ruling like that, you have to have a level head. They think black women, oh no, you don't. You know, y'all gonna be emotional. The first thing gonna happen is y'all gonna think emotionally instead of rationally and thought out or whatever. Y'all gonna act first.
So let me ask you, since you said that, let's just bring, when I say I want to come with receipts, because we were in the military at the same time. Why did we go to Desert Storm?
I ain't go.
Well, okay, you didn't go.
I was doing worse stuff.
Okay,
I didn't go.
So we went to Desert Storm, right?
What? Okay. Yeah.
Because Bush retaliated because they threatened Bush Sr. In this great scheme of things, when you look at it, we went to war for revenge and for oil.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't know that what was the vice president with Bush Sr.? Was it Cheney? It was Cheney? No, what was his name?
No.
Yes, it
I
was.
was gonna say Gore. No, it won't Gore.
No,
He was a Democrat.
I'm gonna give it to you. But he
What did he do?
So once we were occupying Afghanistan and Iraq, okay, once we established bases there, I gotta say his name. So people, I'm not.
Why would you need to say his name?
Hold on, Bush Senior VP. Here you go. Hold on. Nope. Bush.
Dan Quayle.
No, not Dan Quayle. Bush Junior VP. So basically, they wanted to Dick Cheney. That's I knew it. I knew it had to say. He owned the. So when America occupies a space, if they do any kind of drilling or any kind of business, you have to get contracts, right? And now this is Google. The contract that they got to drill for oil was Cheney's company. When you went through all the shell companies and got to who actually owned it,
right?
It was him.
Okay.
So my thing is, you talk about it, and everybody knows that we didn't have any reason, because we went to Afghanistan, but why did we cross over to Iraq? That's where the oil was at. We had no reason to cross over into Iraq. That's not where the fight was.
So help me understand something.
Go ahead.
Where did that come into play as far as a woman?
What he said was that women are emotional.
Y'all are.
Okay.
I mean, I agree with.
But you had a man. You had a man that got mad because somebody threatened. Because they said, was it who did they kill? Not Osama bin Laden, the other one that they found.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein, because he threatened his father.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we ended up going to war, because he wanted to get him. How was that not emotional?
Y'all know.
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
I was
Wars
not
have,
emotional.
a lot of wars have always been fought over
Courtney, I'm gonna ask you a
over
question.
simple stuff.
If somebody threatens somebody that you're close to, and you have the ability, even though there is no threat at the moment, even though it's been years, because it had been like 8 years, if you come into a position and you might, let's just say you become CFO or CEO of a company that they now they may be a VP of, and you find some way to fire them based on something that they said or did 8 years ago against one of your family members, would that be considered being emotional instead of professional?
See, I see what you're doing, and I understand what you're saying. The emotional part, I'm not saying that it's true. I'm saying that what a lot of people want to look at is as soon as it happened, they think that women gonna react right then.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that is true. That's just the thinking that they have.
Okay.
So when something happens, they think that a female is gonna act right then. I think she's capable of doing the job. I think she's capable of doing a great job when she gets in that position. I think she's been vice president long enough to know that if she was going to be emotional and be irate, she would have done that already. Now,
so
they are saying, but this could be somebody making it up, that before the debate, they said that she had flipped out in the back, that she had went off about something. But that could have been just somebody making up something just to make the news.
Yeah.
So I think she would be fine. I think she'd be okay. But they're looking at the stigma that they put on a lot of Black women. They're trying to put that on her.
I think that's the issue, and that's the when we talk about whether somebody is fit to do something or not, the fact that her gender overshadows her knowledge and her experience.
Right.
This shows us how far we've come.
Well,
in the years since women were even able to vote.
Well,
that's
go ahead. Go ahead.
I know a lot of people. We know people in common that hates her because the first thing came out of their mouth was she's not for Black men because she used to lock them up. And I was like, well, hell, her job, she was a federal prosecutor.
Exactly.
So
that was her job.
Job. And they was like, no, man, she put the Black man. I'm like, so you advocating for criminals? I mean,
that's what I said.
If you had the job of a federal prosecutor, what you gonna let the criminals let them with a slap on the wrist? What are you gonna do? She had to do her job, and then of course, then they tie that in that she's against the Black man. Cause look at who she married. But she married a nigga named Willie, but she married the white man. It's like you can't win for losing.
Well, that's going to be in anything, though. People always going to find an issue with anything that you do.
Yeah.
He's gonna be too dark. If he's a Black guy, he's gonna be too dark. He's gonna be too light. He's gonna talk too white. He's gonna talk too Black.
I just had an argument with my boy, your nemesis. I ain't even gonna say his name. See, you already almost had it on your lips.
I was going to say it.
We was just arguing about it about 2 hours ago. He was talking about how she's not Black. I was like, man, she's a woman of color. I don't care. She's a woman of color. Well, she's Indian. I said, well, hell, she'll be the first Indian president.
So I got a question about that whole thing, since people say that.
Because the first thing they say, I said, well, her mama's Indian. I said, well, what about her daddy? Her daddy's Jamaican. Yeah, but Jamaican, you could be Black Jamaican, white Jamaican, you could be Irish Jamaican.
He was Black.
I'm sitting there looking at them. I'm like, see, now y'all
people can make up what they want
to fit their narrative.
But my thing is, I'm sorry, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you first saw Kamala, regardless of what I ain't talking about what you heard. When you saw her, what did you see?
She was mixed.
But you knew what?
I knew she wasn't white.
You knew she was. You knew she was Black in there somewhere.
Yeah. She had
so and that's the thing about us as Black people. We always want to separate each other because of skin color, because of hair, you know, and things like that, where we're from, the South and North, they don't judge you based on what did Martin Luther King say, the content of your character.
Right.
They find a way to make you less than what you are. It's like we have to bring each other down, because you can't be smarter than me. You can't be up here. Not only is she successful, but now she's got a white man. You ain't in her bedroom. You didn't, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure she came across tons of black men.
Well, she dated Willie Earl. She did. She dated.
But what I'm saying is
he's not making that name up. That is true.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, no, I'm saying the fact is she's probably dated several black guys. None of them, all of them, what they say, fumbled her because she probably wasn't black enough. She was probably too studious. You know, she was always in school versus hanging out in the street. She was trying to do something with her life.
So I'm going to be on the other side of that. Since we don't know, she could have dated plenty of black men, and they didn't want to keep her for whatever reason.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Not because
not so much fumble. It ain't so much fumble because sometimes.
Okay. Let's go with your version. Right. They didn't want her.
Right.
So if now you don't want her, she finds somebody who does want her. What is your problem?
But
who's the one complaining about it?
She's supposed to go through every black man that she come across until she gets somebody that's willing to accept her for who she is.
No.
Or does she come across somebody that says, you know what, this is who I want. He just has to be of a different color.
But see, what people fail to realize is the office. The office, when a political office, it's just like being a celebrity. You open yourself up to all kinds of negative comments. You know, paparazzi be out there snapping pictures of you, following you around. They gonna ask you questions when you walk, and you know, you just trying to get away from them. That's happening in politics. Even in politics, you know, they ask you something on the spot, and they take that, and then, like you said, I mean, come on, we in the media field. We know how quick you can edit a film to put stuff together, and they edit a sound bite. They put a sound bite of her saying something that didn't even sound right. You be like, was that her? Now you got the AI. The AI is taking over.
Yeah.
AI is taking over. You can make a whole video in a voice likeness of somebody. They have a video of Morgan Freeman sitting there and he talking. You be like, is Morgan saying that? And they're like, no, that's the AI version of it.
Sounds, but it is Morgan saying it.
Right.
It's
and they just took it and made that thing different. So my thing is with it, you know, people gonna say you open yourself up whenever you run for office. Right. Because I'm even considering running for office.
There you go.
I'm thinking about running for sheriff. I haven't. This will be the first platform I actually said this out loud to on the internet or whatever. I told some family members and close friends, and they was like, "Yeah, man, you should. You'll be good, you know, to run for sheriff." But I already know that's gonna open up something.
Anything that's
gonna open up. They gonna look at all the good stuff I done, but I'm a comedian, so they gonna. You don't think they gonna go look at?
They're gonna pull up where you cussing or doing whatever.
Right, exactly. They gonna look at. They gonna pull up everything they can on me. But see, that's the thing. That's the decision we have to make. Now, when she was a federal prosecutor, no, they didn't open her up like that. But when she started running for office, you know, being a senator or whatever, you know, up to now vice president. Oh, it opens it up.
Oh, they gave her all kind of accolades when she was a federal prosecutor. She was locking up black people. So that's you know, and the black people were mad because she was locking them up, but they won't hold the people that was committing the crimes accountable for even being in the courtroom.
I was thinking,
You know
what? That's a good point to jump right into your Shannon Sharp, because you right on that. That's a good point.
That part. And now I'm gonna go, and we're gonna switch because we got 30 minutes left. We're gonna switch gears to Shannon Sharp real quick. Let me tell you something. I admired what Shannon was doing. Shannon was on
you mean on the tape?
Was it Disputed?
No, he was on First Take.
No, with the show with
Undisputed.
It was Undisputed. Yeah, Undisputed.
Oh, the one with
Skip Bayless. Yeah. So and they had the whole falling out or whatever. You can tell that Shannon was, and I'll say it, he was very passionate about how he felt about certain things. And Skip was very nonchalant with his little insults sometimes. And Shannon was, he let him slide every now and then, sometimes he come back with something. But I think that last time is when he went off. That's when he ended up quitting. You are giving this platform, Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, he did that.
And it was gaining momentum anyway. But then you brought on Cat Williams and became the #1 podcast in the world, just about.
Basically,
That's true.
Yeah. He became the #1 podcast in the world just off of that interview alone. And then you started capitalizing on that by having all these people on and talking about stuff that was, kind of intimate stuff. You had them talking about, business stuff, but we got to know people because people that came in told the truth. They kept it 100.
Right.
But for you to then do something so reckless, so totally unnecessary,
and then sit there and lie. Now we all know you didn't.
Let's
but you don't need any more exposure. You were getting all of the positive exposure that you needed.
But see, let me come to his defense.
Okay, please do.
No straight man, no man wants to be called gay. They don't want to be gay. The F word, so FAG, they don't want, they are full-blown grown man, macho man who played football, who work out, who is diesel, who actually has children. He has children. He has a kid. He has a daughter. I know he has a daughter. But no man wants to, just because of this platform that he did the Shay Shay Club, and then he allowed Cat Williams came in there and blew his numbers up, and even his cognac, the little cognac he was selling that they was drinking, started selling. He was, people was buying it up, selling out. He was selling out. He couldn't even keep it in stock because it was selling out. Because I even tried to buy some myself. That's how I know. But the thing is, no man wants to be labeled that, and that's what people out there was labeling him, trying to say that because of the clothes he wore, some of the stuff he was very passionate about his Lakers, and he was a real fan of LeBron James, and anytime
he's metrosexual. He was right. He's very meticulous about his appearance.
But he's a country boy, and he just. But when you start doing that, things in your mind start going. You like, how can I change this narrative? How can I stop them from calling me gay? I know I'm not gay, but I might just, because I knew some dudes who would get their fingernails clean and then they would have clear polish on their fingernails. But from my understanding, the clear polish strengthened their nails. It wasn't no statement of having their finger, putting color, fingernail polish on it. It was a reason, a health reason why. So, but there are people out there who would be like, oh, that's gay. He gay if he painted his fingernails even with clear gloss fingernail polish.
So I got a question, but because
no man ain't gonna stand that.
Even though they were trying to question his sexuality, none of that prevented him from becoming the #1 podcast in the world.
Right.
So at the same time, why would you jeopardize what you've built to appease a handful of people?
Right. I think this.
I mean,
what he should have did was just be seen in public with girls, with some females.
Well, he wanted to keep his private life private.
Well, he didn't do a great job, did he?
Well, no, he's done a great job so far, which is why we know that this was something that he chose to do because you
So
cannot.
how do you guys come with the conclusion that this is something he chose to do?
Okay, the reason why
I mean,
I say this is because
I agree, but I mean, somebody
because
recorded.
Yeah.
What have you ever seen about Shannon Sharp with any woman, even the father? I mean, the mama of his child. What have you ever seen in public about him with a woman? Nothing. He's kept that whole part of his life separate from his on-screen persona. So for you to go from not showing anybody, not even somebody you dating, not even the mother of your child, not even having a video of him with another woman of the opposite sex that he may be interested in,
Right.
to go from zero to a sex tape.
But see, here's my thing. Now, was it a sex tape? Was it?
It wasn't.
Was it video or just audio?
It was live Instagram.
But
here's the deal.
Was they showing him popping cheeks?
There's no showing of anything. What it is,
it's audio.
But here's the part.
That's not all we know. Then
here's the part that's interesting. The audio, because one lady was showing it to me. Not a lady, one of the guys at work. We were sitting outside and he was talking about, hey, you seen the Shannon Sharp thing, whatever, da da da. I said, no. He told me about it. I said, but I sure want to see what in the world. When you see it, all it is, and I don't know how this is even working. The camera is face down to the floor.
Yeah.
So you can hear everything that's going on, but you see nothing, no shoes, no feet, nothing but the hardwood floor. What do you put your camera on to see all of just hardwood floor? That's what threw me
now
off.
honestly, and let me back
Unless
up.
it's sitting on a glass table.
Let me say this.
True.
In all honesty, how many times have either one of us picked our phone up or dropped it, and when you picked it up, the light was on, you accidentally hit the flashlight, or you accidentally opened the app, or something like that?
I tape ain't never done it.
You know, you're so stupid.
But I get it. I understand that.
It could have been totally accidental.
Anything could have happened. Yeah, I agree.
It could have been accidental.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
I
is either it was completely accidental, or it had to have been done completely on purpose, because he has not had any kind of exposure of his personal life ever before. And if he's been that guarded of his personal life from that point on to this point, there's no way he would just drop all that to do to. I mean, you can't convince me that it wasn't intentional.
I mean, you said you can't convince it was intentional.
I think it was intentional.
You think it was? Well, like I said, I think it was just audio. It wasn't video. Now, if it was a video, and then like you said, you judging on the angles of, if it felt like it was on a tripod, and it was the perfect angles, then he meant to do that. But if it, if he threw it down or something, threw it down on the floor.
No, I don't want to play it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna play it on the show.
Oh, on the show. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I think that, and if it was accidental, I feel bad for him and the girl. And the reason why I say I don't think it's accidental, because that would have been the very first thing he said when he realized that it was on.
So what did he say?
He really hasn't said too much anything. Ocho, Chad Johnson called him out, and
But see, here's the thing. Just own up to it. Say if it was a mistake, say it was a mistake, and just move on.
But you can't say it was a mistake now, because you've missed the window to even correct it. You done went on to a live with Chad Johnson
and said what?
I didn't hear. I know Chad was supposedly talking to him. It says Chad roasted him about what he needed to do in the bedroom or something like that. I didn't watch any of the videos. I just read kind of like the commentary on it.
But see, now somebody saying his job is in jeopardy, or I think I read before I came up here that he's already been fired from ESPN. And my thing on that is, you know, again, it wasn't video. It'd be different if it was video. Now, would it have been any different if he had a OnlyFans page and he was slinging dingling up there, you know, with his girlfriend, with her face covered out, and would that been any different if he had a OnlyFans page? Would his job be in jeopardy? Would people be talking about him like they are now? You know, I mean, it is what it is. He's, you know, he was having sex, and it could be heard. You know what I'm saying? I can sit here and me and Ursula not even touch each other, and we can just act out and verbally.
Right.
Hit it, Jay, and I'm like, oh yeah, mama, I'm gonna sock it to you. But if we was to
Look at Ursula's face.
you know what I'm saying? If we was to take that and I post it, and you hear it, what damage is it gonna do for me? And let's just say if you know, I'm a celebrity, you know, not as big as Shannon or whatnot, but why it's again, it's audio. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. It's not. It would be different if he was raping her, if he was taking the ass and everything, and it got leaked out. And then, now it's a crime because now they gonna want to find this girl, and they're gonna see if charges and all that stuff. But
Right,
it wasn't no crime.
I get it. Like I said, it's hard to comment on because I'm not sure what Shannon said, you know, about it at all. So I wanted to look that up. But I do get to see that some of the comments over here. Someone brought up, John Ivy brought up the fact of, he said, but he was courtside with his friend. Now, remember, that was a big deal about that because that
dude was I think that was his stylist.
His stylist.
He was a stylist,
right.
And his stylist, I think, happened to be gay.
Yeah,
and he commented that people question that and things like that, but he was like, you know, he's been with him, he keeps him sharp, he don't care what he got going on personally, but you know.
Right. Now he's fired him since then, or whatever the case is. But the thing that people were trying to say that, okay, he's your stylist, but we've seen him at 4 or 5 different events with you. Most people don't take their stylist out to events. Now, I'm not saying that's anything wrong with that, but that's where the whole gay thing actually kind of started from, unless it can't started back in football season. I don't know.
Okay, so I will say this. On Wednesday night, Sharp appeared on an emergency episode of his Nightcap podcast, which he co-hosts with former NFL star Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and said he unknowingly streamed the video. He said he was disappointed in himself, not for the act, but for the audio. Right. So, in putting that in context, if you accidentally streamed it, which we know anybody over 40 with a device gonna accidentally do something. You know, how many times we try to take a picture and we taking a video,
right?
You know, so I get it, and if that's what happened, like I said, I didn't hear what he said, but now this is only just 2 hours ago that it was posted. But he said it was he streamed it accidentally, and the fact that he stood 10 toes down and said, "Hey, I apologize for what happened, but not for the act because that was my personal business."
Right. My only thing is this: when I saw the video, I was just perplexed of how can you have a picture of the floor if you said that the camera was on the bed. I'm just trying to understand that part.
It got not on the floor because it doesn't like it was placed on because of the way the video looks. Mm-hmm. It doesn't like it was placed on the floor. It looks like it might have fell on the floor.
Well, I mean, even if it fell on the floor, I'm still not going to be able to see. I can see if it fell on the floor and I can see nothing but the ceiling. But you see the hardwood floor. It's like, so it's sitting up high. I don't understand what you mean.
Because if it fell flat, it would have been dark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, so it seemed like it had to been a setup of some sort. I'm agreeing with you.
I mean, you know, it goes back to any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, that is true.
You
That
know what
is
I'm
true.
saying? And
Yeah.
the fact that okay, yeah, he was hot off of this here, off of the you know, he had Cat Williams, and then right after them, he had Monique. He had two most controversial
Right.
people in
Right.
entertainment back to back on his show, and it got plenty of views. And then his alcohol is selling. He just signed a contract to go over to ESPN and be on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, which has been the hottest show for the last 5-6 years.
Right.
Even longer, you know, until you know when Stephen A. took over, bring
Now-
him up there. So he's hot right now. He was hot. You know, so something like this here, boom, even make him, you know, even more bigger or out there talking about.
Well, it's one of two things, because I've seen this happen before too. This could make Shannon so much bigger, or Shannon signed that contract and maybe wanted to get out of that contract, because sometimes people do stuff to get out of stuff to see what would happen.
Well,
That
yeah,
has happened.
because
That
you
has
think
happened.
about it. You think about it. Who to say ESPN is pretty much is holding him back for making him and Ocho Cinco show larger?
That's why I'm saying
They
there's a
say Club Shay
possibility.
Shay, you know, I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, because I watched a lot of his shows. In the beginning, before Cat Williams, it was just the Shay Shay show. Right. After Cat Williams, this Joker is doing commercial breaks. He's giving shout outs to sponsors.
Yep.
He has sponsors. Hey, how you doing? This is Shannon Sharp. Club Shay Shay, welcome. He, you know, you were like, when he started doing that,
he parlayed it into something bigger. Which unless you're trying to get out of a contract, which most contracts, depending on the company, has morality clauses.
Right.
So if he's trying to get out of something to get fired or whatever, then yeah, that's probably the way to go.
Right.
But I think Club Shay Shay is his.
Yeah, he owns.
So they can't fire him from that.
He's the proprietor.
Right, but that's what I'm getting at. If he wanted to get out of the ESPN contract for whatever reason, because he wanted to spend more time, he might have found out after he signed that contract, he got a $50 million deal for the Shay Shay room on something else, and he could be like, how I go get out this one? You know,
exactly.
You know, how am I gonna get it out of 60? But I don't really want to show nothing. What can we do?
I mean, you have to think about it. His platform has blown up because I mean, his rival platform is Vlad TV.
Right.
Vlad, you know, and
they fell off a little bit.
What's name? He fell off a little bit, but Vlad, him and Marlon Wayans got in it, and Marlon Wayans was like, you know, you're a culture vulture. You know, you up here getting these brothers dry snitching on each other or snitching on themselves, you know, for the police and stuff like that, and then you don't want to pay. You know, Marlon was like, give me $40,000 and then I want this and I want that. And Vlad was like, I'm not paying you all that, blah, 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 whatever. You take that to Shannon Sharp, go to Club Shay Shay. And that's exactly what he did. Now, I don't think Club Shay Shay pay him. They pay him, you know, whatever. Right. But Marlon Wayans just did Club Shay Shay and had a nice interview. His interview was nice. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, you know, my buddy, my big brother, I talked to him. He said he's not going on Shay Shay. He said he wanted to go up there a long time ago before, of course, Monique got up there and before it blew up. But he was like, he don't want to go up there now because it seemed like that platform now. It's like everybody going up there talking about old stuff, you know, bringing up the past and then stuff is, you know, because he already, you know, it's sort of messy. It's sort of messy now because, like I said, that daggone Cat Williams. Cat
Williams was the worst thing that happened to Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, and he said that too.
Yeah, it was the best thing that happened because it put Club Shay Shay on the map. People that never watched Club Shay Shay, Cat Williams had over 3 million views in a day.
Oh, it went up there. It was
in a day.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Something you just said that I didn't think about. It makes a lot of sense. Once you have Cat Williams on, and after a week you got over 30 million views, if not more than that. Mm-hmm. What do you shoot for after that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, you can't come back. That's just like
just like
if you have a comedy show
Right.
And Bernie Mac comes out there. Bernie Mac comes out there and just everybody laughing. They give him basically a standing ovation because he's funny. You can't come out with somebody like me. I mean, I'm funny, but that's Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
I can't, I've been in the game a while.
You better go before him.
I can't come and follow Bernie after Bernie done had a million folks laughing. When Bernie walk off that stage and they call my name out there, half the people are already leaving because they laughed out. Yeah. They came, got they funny bone tickled. Right. They got their money worth. That's who they came to see. There ain't nobody that's gonna come behind Bernie and make them laugh any harder. So they leave. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think the other thing what happened with Cat Williams was Cat Williams came on and it was nothing but drama. It was nothing but snitching, not snitching really, but just telling on people, and giving all of this, what's the word? Now, I don't want to say drama. What was it? What's the word? It just gave a lot of gossip and that what some people call backbiting, the whole nine. But no, what I'm saying is it was so much stuff that he was saying, so many names that he was dropping and secrets and stuff that was being told, that when somebody come on behind him, if you ain't got no, and see, he followed up with Monique, who kind of piggybacked on what Cat Williams said, because she don't mind dropping names too. Right. But then you come with somebody else.
But see, Cat, to me, Cat stuff stood out better than Monique, the people he called out. Because you think about it, the people he called out, what was their rebuttal? If this was a debate, you put Cat Williams at one podium and put one of the comedians, put Steve Harvey or one of them jokers on the other podium, and Cat Williams said what he said, what would be their rebuttal? Or could they rebuttal? Could they? No. Could they fact check him what Cat was saying compared to, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of, Monique had it out for like 3 or 4 people. She had it out for 3 or 4 people, and she beat that daggone horse till, how they say it, beat a dead horse. She just can't, and everybody knew that. So it was more of her pain off of something that she started. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Cat, it was different.
Once you had people on after that, they're looking for somebody to spill tea, to say something, to just talk about secrets, talk about something nobody else knew. That's what they were looking for after, because Cat Williams set the mark up here. Mm-hmm. He set the bar way up here. And if you ain't coming with nothing juicy to talk about, then it wasn't going to be as interesting.
Well, that's true, but it started a little bit before Cat, though. Because I remember he had Ricky Smiley up there, and he asked Ricky Smiley a couple of questions about the movie Friday, the one where that Cat. So Cat Williams came and told his side of it. He was like, "Oh, let me tell you something. Hold on. You had Ricky Smiley up here, and he was talking about this." He said, "Actually, they had it reversed. Ricky was trying to get his role, was trying to be the pimp, and try to get a what's name." So he basically was cleaning up what somebody already has said on Shay Shay Club Shay Shay. Believe me, Cat Williams done saw the Steve Harvey. He was up there before Cat. Ricky Smiley was up there before Cat. A lot of those comedians up there. What's his name? Cedric Entertainer. He was up there. Did you cut us off?
No, hold on.
I hear you. We hear you and see you.
Okay. Yeah. First, you gotta get you another computer so you can just
go ahead.
Cut the brother off. I can't see nobody. But yeah, so it's just he did. Cat Williams will do his homework. I have to give it to him. He will do his homework. Some of it is, not true, but a lot of it is true that he talk about. And my thing is, to this day, Steve Harvey came out like a couple of weeks ago. He was doing a sit down, not an interview, but it was like a forum or something. And he got to talk about, he slapped the perm out of his head. He wouldn't say his name, but you knew who he was talking about, because he was talking about he's small and got a perm, and I'll knock your little ass out and this and that. And I'm like, and everybody was laughing, but everybody knew who he was talking about. And everybody is just like, oh, now he wants to say this. after all these months later, now he want to say that, but he's not rebutting against the fact that what he was saying about Steve. Steve just talking about he'll whoop his tail. Oh, I still got hands. I'm in my 60s and I still got hands and all this and that. You know, come on, man. Don't try to sit there.
I get it. I get it. You know, I think, like you said, there's not much room left for, I think, Shannon Sharp. I think he hit that peak and it's just kind of doing this right now. It's still settling, but I don't see people every week talking about the Shannon, you know, the Shay like they were.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know, he's researching. He's trying to find, and don't get me wrong, this is just my opinion. After this whole tape thing,
right,
I would not be surprised if he didn't flip the script on Club Shay and get Chad to come in and interview him.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh yeah.
You know, I get it.
Because now he's the most talked about thing going on, and people are gonna want to know from him, why'd you do it?
Right.
Who's the lady? You know, what made you want to do it? And so I wouldn't be surprised if he the next Club Shay ain't about him.
Right.
But see,
it's funny you said that, because somebody showed a picture of him interviewing himself on his podcast. They showed him sitting on one side and him sitting on the other side.
Wow.
Really?
Yep, they just did that. I saw that earlier today, and it looked good. Somebody did a good job.
I gotta get that. I don't know. I think he's trying to find a way to get that momentum back.
Yeah. I mean,
right now he's plateaued right now. He's up and down, but he's kind of keeping it on a steady plateau. He can't get that boost.
But see, you have to look at it like this. Somebody who never smoked crack before, or did cocaine before, or alcohol, drink before, and they drink something that's potent, so strong that, I mean, takes you out of this mind, out your mind. When you come down, what is gonna happen? Yeah, you're gonna feel the after effects or whatever, but you're gonna want to have that, you want to feel that high again. And the only way you're gonna keep chasing it, you're gonna keep smoking and you're gonna keep drinking until you reach that level that you reached before. That's how Shannon Sharp is right now. When he hit Cat Williams, I don't think there's nothing out there, nobody he can interview right now that's gonna top his Cat Williams interview. So by him having that taste of financial gain, publicity, more, you know, he's more known now. Because you got to think, he played football, 15 years football. He wore a helmet, you know, he wore a helmet. So a lot of people didn't know who he was. It's not like basketball where, you know, you see his face. He wore a helmet all those years. Because a lot of people I know, like, who is Shay? Who is that? I said, that's Shannon Sharp. Well, only Sharp I know is Sterling Sharp. I said, that's his older brother. Oh, well, what I said, well, this one here is a Hall of Famer. You know, he was a wide receiver turned tight end, went to Savannah State University, blah, blah, blah.
I think he has a great system though.
Yeah.
Chad has a following, not only because of his football, but because of his personal life. He's a good looking guy. So he got somebody who was charismatic.
Oh, yeah. That's
and Chad brought in a lot of female subscribers. You know, and
you got 30 seconds, Earth.
Yeah, Chad is not without his own drama. But anyway, Houston, we do have Felice Pete for next week.
Okay.
We're gonna be breaking down the debate with Trump and Harris.
Okay.
She wants to do in studio.
Okay.
Pre-recorded. We can go live, but we can send the link. So we look forward to seeing everybody next week. You guys have a great day. In about an hour, I'm going to be 54.
Yes, ma'am.
Holler at me later.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Bye, y'all.